This perp back with another video, and we finally have made it to the final episode of Watchmen, or at least the final episode of the season. Is this the, very last episode we're ever going to see of this Watchmen series? Who knows, man? I'll kind of give you my thoughts at the end of this video. Before I get into this review, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I am so close from 800. That's my goal for the end of this year. And, also follow me on Twitter at perpminded420. I post a lot of updates and just random stuff on there. So definitely go check me out on Twitter. You won't want to miss out. So let's get right into this review because we got a lot to talk about. It starts off with Adrian Veidt, recording himself, talking about how Robert Redford's going to be president. And it's pretty much that whole tape that Looking Glass saw, and why we're at this point in the story now. So we get Lady True's mom with her old freak ass finds Adrian Veidt's stash of his semen, and whoever wrote that or put that in the beginning of this episode, y'all nasty as fuck for that. Y'all some freaks. But it goes into the next scene that we're about to see, where they show the title screen and we see that it's 2008. And Lady True pops up at Adrian Veidt's door, pretty much letting him know that, you're my father, we're related, and she wants what's owed to her. She wants money, so she's completely aware that Dr. Manhattan is not on Mars and he's somewhere on Earth, and she's even calling herself the smartest woman on the planet. Just how like Adrian likes to call himself the smartest man on the planet. So you see how shit just runs in the family with just when it comes to Adrian Veidt's bloodline. She's very much like her father, which leads to us going to Ozymandias's escape. Well, not really escape. He gets rescued by his daughter, and we find out what he was spelling out with all those dead bodies he was doing in previous episodes. And that he made it a thing earlier that he would never call her daughter, and he kind of shamed her, and she felt some type of way about that. And granted, she has the right to, because that's some dickhead shit to say, but I'm cool with Lady True's character because she's carried that her whole life, and that's been her motivation. So, it's really cool. So then we get to present times, and we see that statue that was in Lady True's office, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, her lab. It was Ozymandias the whole time, and now he's awake. He knows what Lady True is up to, and how she's trying to kill Dr. Manhattan and take his powers, and he's just kind of looking at her like, what? I guess. And he's kind of just playing along. So they go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I like this scene because Ozymandias finds out that Robert Redford is still president, while she's going up, setting up the shop of this big ass fucking glowing orb thing of death. And he's already not liking where this is going, so he must have something planned, right? We'll get back to that very shortly. Catching up with Lori, and she's caught up with these fucking whack jobs, the 7th Cavalry, and just Senator Kane. We find out where Looking Glass has been this whole time, and he's able to, help Lori, at least for the meantime. He knows the truth now that he almost got killed for, but Angela pops up and kind of stalls Senator Kane from, launching his plans. They got Dr. Manhattan, him teleporting to where they needed him to be, worked out for them. But Angela pretty much tells Senator Kane that, this is all pretty much a trap for you. Lady True is just using you. She lied to you. She's not going to give you any type of power. But of course, he doesn't listen, because when a person's trying to become a god, essentially, nothing's going to stop them from getting somebody's way from accomplishing that. But Dr. Manhattan is able to teleport Lori and Looking Glass and also Adrian to Adrian's place to get out of harm's way, because Lady True's machine's going to kill anybody that's in this area. The joke's on these white supremacists, because they thought that they were going to become something greater, and she pretty much throws it in their face, be like, you guys weren't worthy of shit, you guys are pieces of shit, you guys deserve to die right now. And I really like that. That was cool. I'm cool with that. I'm completely fine with that. So back at Adrian's place, Looking Glass finds out that he was the one that pretty much had all the squids sent there, and he learns the truth pretty much. And Adrian pretty much comes up with a plan to save who they can save at this point. So they're going to use the squids to teleport them at Lady True's location to stop her from setting off a nuke pretty much and killing a bunch of people. Then we get this scene, this last little emotional scene between Angela and Dr. Manhattan. He knows there's nothing he can really do. Shit's hitting the fan right now. Dr. Manhattan's gone, but Lady True is dead. Squids start falling everywhere, like putting holes in people. That shit was fucking epic. So Angela's able to get shelter and get away from all the squid that's falling everywhere. And we get this really dope scene that's a callback to the very first episode, because Will pretty much breaks down that, my mother brought me to this theater and I saw my whole world around me collapse. And that shit is so dope, man. This was what makes this whole series really dope, because it's not just about superheroes and shit, it's about legacy, generational things, and just heritage and family. And I really like that we got this moment between Angela and her grandfather. It was really dope. It was really touching. So then we get a scene of Adrian taking them to this ship, the Owlman ship, so they can escape. But Adrian tries to dip off, and Lori's like, no, you're under arrest. You killed so many people. You think you're just gonna get away? You think just because you help save the world a second time, you think you're gonna get a pass? You're coming with us, pretty much. And that was a really dope way of concluding what they were doing. And speaking of things that are really dope, if you just look at this and how I set it up, this is all what this show is about, like family, heritage, passing things down from generation to generation. Like, now Angela's son might become the new Brother Knight, maybe, down the line he might change his name. And I really liked how they kind of teased Angela becoming the next Dr. Manhattan. That was really, really smooth, really, really cool cliffhanger that they left us with. Overall, I thought this season was incredible. The characters I thought was really well done. The action in it was, very minimal, but it's really more about the characters overall, anything. For those that were just hating on this show for no fucking reason and just, man, shut the fuck up, man. This was an amazing show. But also, you're entitled for your own opinion. You think this show's trash, that's on you. Even you have the right to feel however you want to feel about whatever you watch. This show was incredible. I'm really hopeful for a season 2, because I think there's a lot of story to be told still. But if this is it and that's all we got, I'm cool with it, because like I said, I think everybody got pretty good closure. I would like to see this story continue, maybe, possibly, but like I said, if this is it, it's cool. What do you guys think about this whole entire series? If you've caught up to this, are you curious about watching the series? I definitely highly recommend you watch it for yourself. But until my next video, I will check y'all out later. Peace.